Welcome to the third lesson of the advanced class, Course 2. Financial freedom, time freedom, good health, a harmonious family, travel worldwide, and quality relationships. Is that the life you've always dreamed of? If so, let's dive into Lesson 3, the 6 life fulfillments. Today's lesson is quite long and contains quite a lot of information. Remember to prepare a pen and paper to take notes. Taking notes will help you organize lessons much more effectively. Today's lesson will consist of 3 parts. Part 1. The concept of the 6 life fulfillments. Part 2. Understand the dream life correctly. Part 3. Elements of the 6 life fulfillments and how to achieve each one. First, what are 6 life fulfillments? There are 6 advantages, including: first, time freedom. Second, financial freedom. Third, family harmony. Fourth, worldwide travel. Fifth, good health. And finally, self-development and good social relationships. The major of 6 life fulfillments is self-development and relationship development. In particular, personal development focuses on raising inner self-awareness and wisdom level. The focus of relationships is to upgrade social relationships and have a good concept towards people. The lesson we learned today involves dream life. However, it would be best if you never considered it the final destination. Because if that's the case, then when we achieve it, we won't have anything to strive for anymore. At that time, we've activated the law of birth and destruction. Instead, please understand the concept of the 6 life fulfillments as a way to create a favorable life. This is the balanced state of the 6 elements, not a destination. Your life will be favorable if you can maintain this state or even higher. The 6 life fulfillments are just a terminal in multiple ones in your life. Once you've reached it, you might want to go further and explore other terminals. The purpose of this concept is to guide people to achieve their dream life in reality. That is raising the level of inner self-awareness, transforming life view and knowledge, upgrading social relationships, and achieving the 7 comprehensive wealths. We should all aim to live a life with the 6 fulfillments as a terminal to create better things in the future. As I have previously mentioned, life with 6 fulfillments consists of 6 elements. We will go through each one in detail and explain how to achieve them. First is time freedom. That means we have the initiative to choose and arrange time in the finest way, so that we can do things we want. Imagine a life where you can take the initiative in your time. You can arrange your time comfortably when you need to go somewhere or do something. You can travel for fun and visit friends and relatives, but still have someone to stand in for at your job and still have passive income. That's when you officially have time freedom. The way to achieve this is to have good relationships with people so that someone might help us undertake some of the work when needed. In addition, we also need to have enough money and talent to attract people to accompany us. The second thing we need to aim for is financial freedom. If we achieve this, we will no longer have to worry about money. Because by that time, we will have had a large amount of money, enough to serve all the needs of life. To make it easier to understand, imagine a life where even if you rest and no longer go to work, you can still comfortably go shopping, entertain, eat, sleep and enjoy life. Till you leave this world. This is called financial freedom. We must also determine our personal needs and how much money we need so that we can strive to create enough financial resources for our desires. So how to achieve financial freedom? We need to create as many sources of income, especially passive income, as much as possible. Because then you do not need to spend a lot of time and effort but still have money to serve the needs of life. In addition, you also need to have a financial mindset, which means knowing how to create and use money effectively. In short, true financial freedom is when we have a steady source of passive income, which removes the urge to think about money when we need it. The third factor is also very important, that is family harmony. To have a harmonious family, you must create a good and pleasant living environment and a happy family. So, what is a harmonious environment? We all want a happy family. To achieve that, each family member needs to join hands to create a harmonious environment, including the following factors: joy, hope, faith, wisdom, love, and gratitude. There are also tolerance, inner peace, humility, truthfulness, sharing, respect, and mutual understanding. To achieve all the above factors, you must strive for noble personality wealth. Each member is the creator of a harmonious environment worth living in. Once having a harmonious environment, we'll learn how to build family happiness. You know what? Marriage and family can be summed up in 3 areas. First is love. Second is sex. And third is finance. In love, you need to achieve 4 things: respect, sharing, truthfulness, and tolerance. We all want to build family happiness. So what is happiness? Let's clarify this concept through its triangle of reality. As you can see, happiness is a state of inner satisfaction in terms of information. In terms of energy, happiness is inner peace, tolerance, respect, and gratitude. So when a person has inner peace and is tolerant and respectful, his inner self is in an actual state of happiness. Happiness is also the 5th realm of life in terms of materialization. That means successful people can maintain good health and a harmonious family. For example, a person goes to work with an attitude of an employer and earns money. At the same time, he's mature and has a happy family, and he stays healthy. That's the manifestation of happiness in terms of materialization. In building a happy family, there are 2 major concerns. First is the husband and wife relationship and the relationship between parents and children. In the husband and wife relationship, we will have 3 things to keep in mind. First, the fundamental concept in marriage is to see your partner forever without problems. That is applying the 3rd level of wisdom in marriage and family. Second, wherever husband and wife stay together, there's a home. So no matter where you are, you and your wife are always happy, like at home. Third, we must change ourselves to fit the family. And maybe changing yourself for the better will positively affect the family. As experts say, demanding others to change is the beginning of suffering, and changing yourself is the beginning of happiness. We also have 3 principles. First, put the interests of your wife and husband on top. Second, give values to each other with the rule of 7 givings. Third, together, the couple should transform and aim to achieve the 7 comprehensive wealth. The couple should also have suitable competencies, including the following factors. Sexual capacity must be guaranteed. Financial capacity must be well built. Love capacity, both must be tolerant of humans. In addition, we also need to pay attention to how to treat each other in the family. A man should see his wife as his daughter, his son as a brother, and his daughter as a soulmate. See your wife as a daughter to easily tolerate and love the most. See sons as brothers so they can talk, discuss, and share with you about many aspects of life like brothers. See your daughter as a soulmate so you can listen and share with her many life perspectives. It would be best if you considered your wife as a daughter. Still, you should not consider yourself as her father to avoid inner arrogance and patriarchy, forcing her to follow your personal opinion and lack of respect and understanding. As for women, a woman should see her husband as a father but shouldn't see herself as a child. She also needs to see her daughters as sisters and sons as soulmates. Women should see their husbands as fathers to have someone to respect and listen to. If a woman has someone to respect, it will help her to listen and learn more efficiently. Next, the 4th life fulfillment is worldwide travel. This is also a basic need of us. Traveling the world to discover new things, expand knowledge, have new friends, enjoy beautiful landscapes and specialties from everywhere, etc., makes this life worth living. So to be able to travel the world, what do you need to prepare? Firstly, you need to have a hobby of traveling and discovering new things. Secondly, you need to prepare yourself with adequate financial resources, promote good health, arrange time and work, etc. Third, you need a companion if you want to. We should go with relatives, friends, or teammates to have more fun. Finally, you need to have a detailed plan where to start and crossing which countries, cities, or provinces. How long is the journey and by what means of transport? Next, the fifth element in the 6 life fulfillments is we must have good health. Specifically, we need to equip ourselves with the right understanding of a good health, both physically and mentally. Good health is very important because sometimes you have a lot of money and time, but without health, it is impossible to enjoy life and travel the world. Experts have pointed out a very interesting concept. Health is a state of perfect physical, mental, and social well-being. So how to achieve this? First, we need a good environment for health. We must learn and create a healthy living environment. It is an environment with joy, faith, hope, wisdom, love, tolerance, respect, gratitude, humility, and truthfulness. Next, you must understand the standard concepts related to health, such as health is the first priority. You must use the inner self's original concepts and standard reference systems learned in this course to orient a good health. Health needs maintenance. Good health comes from the kitchen. The best doctor is yourself. Health is a combination of many factors, including spiritual and material ones. After having a standard health concept, we must live with the right inner state to be healthy. The proper inner state is the one with respect, gratitude, tolerance, and inner peace. And finally, we must have the appropriate health capacity with the 5 basic conditions: strength, endurance, flexibility, speed, and balance. A healthy person is the one who achieves the following 2 criteria. Firstly, they must understand all the fundamental concepts of health. Basic concepts of health includes the concept of Oriental medicine, the concept of Western medicine, the concept of modern nutrition, and the folklore concept of medicine. Second, the person must have a good health mindset. Specifically, they must know a number of operational principles of the human body. They also need to have a great desire to have a good health and dedicate to having a clear orientation to achieve it. We have gone through 5 elements out of 6 life fulfillments. The last element is self-development and good social relationships. The focus of this element is to consolidate the 7 comprehensive wealth. This is the simplest way to develop yourself. Firstly, we must diligently study to develop ourselves, focusing on consolidating the introspective, health, relationships, and finance. Second, we must reorient our awareness about people. For example, people basically have no problems. Demanding others' changes is the start of suffering. I also guess you still remember this quote: a person is either like a road or a bridge. If it's a road, then you accompany them. If it's a bridge, then it will cross the road. Third, you should aim to build and develop good relationships with people. Because you can't do anything without human resources. People help us accomplish our goals in life, including work, financial, and time freedom. Therefore, we need to identify types of people who need treating well in life, and aim to build trusted relationships with them based on the concept of 5 levels of social relationships. Now let's try to draw your 6 life fulfillments chart so that you know what element you need to focus on and what you need to improvise. I will give you an example of my own chart. Take a look at the degree of your inner satisfaction with the above 6 factors from 0 to 100%. In this example, the financial freedom part is the one I am completely unsatisfied with, so I write 0%. World experience is still inconsiderable, only about 10%. Other items are relatively good. If all 6 categories are 100% satisfied, then it can be regarded as 6 life fulfillments. In case something is lacking, we can fill it up by ourselves, or with our spouses. Guys, so we finished the lesson about the 6 life fulfillments. How do you feel about our lesson today? You should try to draw a chart to see how much you have achieved based on these elements and strive to achieve them all. See you in the next lessons. Until then, enjoy life.